Nice, nice, nice. Let me see. See if we can adjust a little bit. A little bit better. Okay. Make sure everything is proper. We have sound. Sound is good. Perfect. So we're gonna do the market reaction because is the best way to teach the class. Let's start with let's start with the market reaction first. This is the Asia trade courtesy of Bloomberg. Please log on to bloomberg.com or log on to their channel and subscribe on YouTube. Fair use, okay? Educational purposes only. This is the video right here. Looks like a bar of gold.
This is the Asia Trade. I'm Shiriani in Tokyo alongside Heidi Watts in Sydney. The top stories this hour. Wall Street looks beyond big tech in a countdown to the Fed as traders seem split on how big the Fed's rate cut might be. Intel jumps after announcing it will make custom AI chips for Amazon in a multi-year, multi-billion-dollar framework. Plus, we hear exclusively from the New York Stock Exchange Group on the state of the IPO market and its growing focus on Asia. We still have a few markets away on holidays for the Asian session, including mainland China and South Korea. But take a look at the setup right now because we're seeing Nikkei futures pointing to the upside. Of course, we're coming back from holidays after we saw the Japanese yen really strengthen overnight. Right now, seeing a little bit of downside pressure against the US dollar, but we're talking about really passing that 140 per dollar level at one point on Monday. We're talking about the world's top performer this quarter already. The ASX 200 futures pointing to the upside as well. We had 3 sessions of gains already. We'll see if those gains continue.
3 sessions of gains.
In the overnight session, we saw slight gains in U.S. markets. Take a look at how U.S. futures are coming online. We have the S&P 500 mildly higher, but take away the big mega cap names in the tech sector, and you're actually going to get the S&P 500 touching a record high. So we had Apple leading the losses. We had an analyst warning the demand for the iPhone 16 Pro has been lower than expected. But when it came to the banks, we saw actually them outperform. And this coming at a time, of course, when people are thinking perhaps we could manage that soft economic landing. Treasuries continue to rally. We had the 2-year yield near the lowest in September 2022, and really all to do with where the Fed goes from here and whether we're going to see that 25 or 50 basis point cut. But of course, we're following what's happening in the political scene as well, especially in the U.S. with former President Donald Trump now looking to capitalize on the second attempt on his life in recent months. Sources tell us that Trump will continue his campaign scheduled this week, just 50 days out from Election Day. Political news director for Bloomberg TV and Radio, Jody Schneider, joins us now with more. And Jody, really seeing this political violence unfold in the U.S. has been stunning, but we're now hearing from the former president about
Bitcoin,
what
59,959, 133, 963,
by his opponent, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
961.172, 962.730, 964.6.
He was looking to sort of reset his campaign, if you will.
59,960.566.
Including
59,954.852. 59,961.
Got into a feud with Taylor Swift over her endorsement of Kamala Harris.
Came back down 961, 959, 962,
shows yesterday, and
964,
then when this attempted assassination
964, 961,
occurred, it really gave
960,
the
961,
a chance to kind of
968, 973. Let's go. 977 is going back up. 973, 971.
Someone who's now survived 2 assassination
969, 964.
Going on the campaign trail.
970, 973. 972, 972, holding 972, 977, went up 977.
attempted shooting
977,
on his
981.
opponents,
Let's
saying
go.
that
984,
their
986,
rhetoric
983,
was to blame
983,
for this
987.
creating
Let's go.
this cycle.
984.
Now, of course, there's no evidence.
984,
He didn't
holding.
point to any
983,
particular
985.
evidence for
Came right
that.
back.
For their
987. Keep
part,
going.
the former
Keep going. 987,
the
707.
vice
59,000.
president
Let's
was,
go.
you know, the
59,000.
campaign,
989.
the ticket for the
59,000. 999. Let's
presidential
go.
campaign for the
Let's
Democrats
go. Keep
and the
going.
sitting president
Keep
Joe
going.
Biden. And how about
60,000,
just
baby. What time is it? 7:21 in the
right after the
morning.
shooting, they came out and said,
Yes.
"There's no
Yes.
place
Home
for
run, baby.
violence
Home run,
in
baby.
America."
Yes.
So
Thank you,
I
Father.
don't
We
know
needed
quite
that,
where
yo.
he's,
Yes,
what
we
he's
needed
pointing
that.
to here,
Okay,
but he's
Ethereum
clearly
in the
trying
green,
to paint a picture
2.19%,
of himself as a survivor, as somebody who will
2,346.1255,
fight despite
0.0898,
these attempts. And we'll see if this is something that is a winning strategy. We have not
0.0518.
seen polling yet since this
Let me see. Tron
assassination
in the
attempt
green,
on Sunday, but
1.21%,
given it's only a
15
day
cents,
ago.
9
But
hundredths of
after
a
the
penny.
debate, even though
Bitcoin holding
Vice
60,000,
President Harris was widely
21,
viewed as the winner,
60,016,
the polls didn't
699,
change that much. They're both going after a very
6,007,
narrow sliver of
836 of a
voters.
penny. 60,000, 5 cents, 758 of a penny, 86 of a penny,
but do we have any indications of immediate
805
changes
of
that
a
could
penny,
occur around the
700,
campaigning,
590
around
of
the
a
two
penny,
candidates at this
148 of a
point?
penny, 367 of a
It
penny,
really doesn't look like it, Sherry. We've
645
heard
of a
from
penny,
the former president saying he's
902 of
still
a
going
penny,
out there on the campaign trail.
125,
He has
98
campaign
of a
events
penny.
scheduled for most of this
Yo,
week.
Bitcoin is doing
And we've
damn
also
dizzle.
heard from the Harris
All right,
campaign
let's
that
go to
they're
tech
going out
news
on
real
the
quick.
campaign trail. Neither side is really changing their plans. Again, the swing states are so key here. Places like Pennsylvania and Michigan
Norway.
and North Carolina, where the candidates
go
are kind
Norway.
of crisscrossing. This is where those electoral votes.
Okay, let's pause this real quick and let's go to Norway. Electric cars outnumber gasoline cars in Norway. Baja breaking news. 9/17/2024 or 411. Electric cars outnumber gasoline cars in Norway. The Norwegian Road Federation (OFV) said on Tuesday that the number of electric passenger cars in Norway has overtaken the number of gasoline cars for the first time. As of Monday, 2.8 million registered vehicles, 754,303 are electric. 753,905 are gasoline powered, and 999,715 are diesel. According to the agency, over 1 million gasoline cars have been taken out of circulation in the last 20 years, with the number of diesel vehicles also falling. The speed at which we are seeing the replacement of the passenger car fleet now may indicate that in 2026 we will also have more electric cars than diesel cars, OFV Director Oyvind Solberg Thorsen said. Oracle's Ellison overtakes Bezos as second richest person. Billionaire entrepreneur and Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison became the world's second richest person, replacing Jeff Bezos. In the aftermath, the Oracle shares jumping 6% on Monday. Forbes' real-time billionaires list showed Ellison's net worth increase by 8.6 billion to reach 206.3 billion, whereas Bezos fell to the third place with a net worth of 203.1 billion. Oracle stock's recent upturn came after the multinational computer technology giant reported better than expected earnings in the first quarter of its fiscal 2025. The number one spot on Forbes' list is still occupied by Elon Musk, who has a net worth of 250.8 billion. Oracle Corporation stands in the red 1.06% at $168.60. Okay, let's go Google News. Actually, I'm also going to be reading um, one of the articles from Future Tech Plus. This was published July 10th, 2024. Give me one quick second because now that we adjusted this, we have more features that we could bring you guys to create a better value for you guys. One quick second. Hydration is very important. So this is the article for Future Tech Plus. Let's go by the platform, open the lane for upgrades. See my E-ray right there. All right, here we go. Signed, sealed, delivered. My new product and services will change the world. Direct to the consumer. All of my NFTs in your hands, free. Buy the platform, open the lane for upgrades. Venomar1. www.bandlab.com/Venomar1. Vayner Media. July 10th, 2024. YouTube Live University class, free for all. You can click that blue link if you would like to see it afterwards. Steps to bring you closer to your goals. How can you improve your focus? Dan Pena, my uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Today, business was great, even steady, you could say. On a personal level, not so good. I spoke with a few members of my team. I asked for advice. I got some cool feedback, but on the family frontier, there were many negative episodes. For one, acoustics. Franchises have strict rules to be followed. For today, we failed as a business in securing that, when in fact it is our responsibility. There are people who woke up upset, even worse, brought that attitude into the business for the day. By the end of the day, the energy was off balance. We opened late and closed even later for no reason. Not acceptable by any means. There were many frustrations that were easily showcased in all things dealing with the business venture. I have my own company to run. It is a headache big enough for me. It can be overwhelming at times. My family members are all entrepreneurs. Our focus is mainly on customer service. Did we achieve that today? No, we did not. And as you can see, I spoiled valuable time to publish an article for the day. Yes, it's good to take a break. In fact, a family friend asked me if indeed I had written today. I responded with a sound no, but there was concern with consistency, and rightfully so. When I asked for advice, it quickly answered the question: why was the energy so imbalanced? The answer is simple. The people inside the business were dragging their feet to be there. The more successful I am, the harder I work. Dinner time is my only downtime. I am producing money all day, every day, nonstop, no matter what. My family and my children have daily needs. I have a granddaughter, Nolani, on the way, November 25th, 2024. I'd rather someone to stay home if they are not up to our franchise standards. It just avoids ruining the vibes for everyone else, but most importantly, our clients who pay top dollar to visit us. One important factor was brought up by one of my newest advisors. When they mentioned it, there were plenty of staff around. I was happy that I did not bring it up, but I had to ventilate what I was experiencing with my family. The fact is that our lives have taken separate roads. I learned a lot when I went overseas for my last press run. At the core, some childhood friends in my team panicked when I arrived. Many childhood issues reappeared. My friends were so intimidated that I was in a recording contract negotiation with Warner Brothers, that it impacted their judgment. The same is true for my family. There are so many phone calls that I have never made, both to family members in the music business and on a personal level, to some of my friends. These are friendships that I cultivated over time. I have known some of my friends and business partners for decades more than any business ventures we may have ever had. We are true friends, and many are as close as family. We have made millions of dollars together at some point in life. Dreams come true, but I have to also be practical. This is the new company fleet vehicle. I may have several versions, but the platforms are identically the same. Radarplex systems inside. Welcome to my mobile offices. This is my engineering department. Climactic downforce program. We are the X-Men. The same is true with my relatives. It's clear that I am fighting a battle in my life for my career and my legacy. I have been in this music business for over 30 years. I am a one man army. I have taken on my career on my own. I still learn every single day. My family only complicates things. I can change gears very well. I can be an artist and an entrepreneur when needed. I can also handle my day to day responsibilities and still assist my brothers as needed. I know exactly how to respect boundaries that my family does not ever do. I saw myself as the counterpart of what my advisors had said. This was in front of a good group of people. This person can see how I have been advising myself for a franchise that has zero to do with me. Yet I always give it my best. Today everyone was depressed, and it showed clearly. Tomorrow looks like it will be an early day, but so much was lost today. It may have set the franchise to step one of its newly found improvement. This time, it was not just the business partners. Today, it was my brother. The advisory board listened to my concerns and the challenges that I am facing. Remember, I am in the middle of a war, and to listen to someone else say it meant so much to me. That people can see what I am doing every day in order to improve things. My advisor said it: go to war alone. Your brothers are clearly going through their own shit, so fuck it. Keep it moving. I can see from a third person's point of view. As I was getting advice, I would have advised any one of you to do the same. Nice and clean design, geared towards the future. Reliability is a must. This overhead cam design is concentric, placed very low. We can build a single turbo version and a dual twin turbo setup. The E-Ray can accept the Z06 engine dual overhead cam. Now with the ZR1 engine, you already know. The ZR1 just needs the drivetrain from the E-Ray and then to be completely tuned and modified, and it's game over. That'll be that's the Tuatara right there, 2,222 horsepower. I guarantee you I could get 3,333, but I don't need that much for that car. No unnecessary attention. Jeff Bezos drives a Honda Accord, rookies. Perhaps this is what I was trying to work out inside of me, to tell my brothers in the best way for me to function without feeling bad or like I hurt their feelings. I admit when I asked for advice, I did mention some tough topics. For example, someone looked at my two newest Ferrari 575s. One is my dad's, he now has two: a black one, which I just picked up, and a champagne one. One is automatic, the second is paddle shifters. My newest 575 is yellow. I want to call it 97 fly yellow. I feel a little bad when I speak about it or think about it to myself, but to show it to my advisor in front of my loved ones may have rubbed them the wrong way. As you all know, that was never my intention. This also happens when perhaps I have spent too much time around my relatives. But my advisor also said that I need them as well and that it should not be like that. My family thinks that they own me and it fucking sucks. But the reality is, one, I should never be made to feel like that. That is the cycle I am breaking. And at the end of the day, it's really sad that some of my loved ones have not grown up. I'm going to keep saying this. This is why I upset the mother of my children, all 27 of them. I'm breaking a pattern for them that has been developed over the last 30 years of my 41 years in life. It's not fair. I don't want to care at times, but it does still bother me. And I mentioned a lot of great points. For example, the fact that I need them, and also that God has blessed me with all of these things, and how some things are not perfect. My family knows that I have a need to be understood by them, and still they go out of their way not to. It's abuse. And the older I get, the more distance I aim to establish. You will have to use your imagination, and it will take time to grow on you. But if anyone can do it, it is you. I believe in you. My La Ferrari, Chevrolet. I have a power ring on the way. AirPods, sneakers, smartphones, Phantom R1. I spoke with my dad yesterday and one of my oldest brothers, Gregory. I have decided to build a new team. My father and my sisters and my sons and my daughters. One is expecting my baby new girl, Nolani. My other baby should be marriage bound soon. I can hire her fiance too, just to keep them close and guided properly. I have to teach my children how to administrate my music catalog and my estate while I am young enough to do so. Then I have my sisters, whom will probably marry soon. In the meantime, same thing. They have to work with me and their fiancés as well. They all have to work with my father. My second to oldest daughter, Moselle, has to come along too. My father is tough to work with, period. But I finally told my dad, I need you. I need you now before this child is born. I have to sign this agreement way before November. Plus, I have a massive concert at the Prudential Center October 2nd, 2024. Granted, if all goes well. That performance has been canceled. Exotic colors from the factory. We won in the end, Zora. Mid engine. And now all wheel drive. American. Parts available everywhere. I have to humble myself. No time to waste on exotics and all of the problems that they bring. I want zero headaches. I am on a worldwide tour. I have a granddaughter arriving November 25th, 2024, Nolani. Last year, Madison Square Garden became a circus. I cannot afford to go through the same thing this year. Too much is at stake. For one, the last quarter is my bread and butter internationally. Two, I have some major concerns in the Dominican Republic. Major like $1 million shows. I am pretty big overseas, but not that big. That changes everything even for me. Also, the sore thumb, my 23 team was downsized. It is a reminder. I have to show them that I was worth it to have them with me. And this year, I have to show them how I pivot and maneuver through this. It is a personal challenge for myself. I have to be the best artist at this event and it's free. I do not plan to be paid anything other than exposure. It also helps that I have events close to those dates in New York. Also, I have other huge opportunities around those dates as a backup insurance, like the Olympic Center and the Fort. Concierto en la Fortaleza, prepárense. Venom R1, gratis para el público entero. I also have a planned television event in Australia, so I have to keep praying. But I have a lot of shows in between and right after. I will be super duper busy. I am balancing everything out. My staff will get stingrays. They are able to customize their offices at their own cost, automatically deducted from commission pay. My jewelers are on high alert. There are some special pieces that I will be taking delivery of for those events. And of course, even my friends want to express their opinions. I have to express the checks. See what I mean? Everyone wants an interview all the time. I am speaking Japanese to a Chinese person. I have my own clothing line. I have my own cell phone. I have my own sneakers. And still, they want to tell me how to be the superstar I have been since age 11, 12, 13. It's bullshit. But I told all of them, I have zero explanations to give you, any of you. But now the writing is clear all over the walls in bold letters. I have to go in a new direction on my own. We will talk about things when we go on vacation. It's time to be smart about money. Save for a rainy day today. No need to rush. The future is not coming, the future is already here. In the meantime, I am on a worldwide tour. Enter the Venom R1. I hope that this helps. I am learning on a daily basis to create a healthy distance to my private personal life and my career as an artist. My family is starting to get the point. My two sons will also be a part of my team. My younger son is exempt because he is still young for now. I think I will maneuver more carefully with my brothers. There are things that they must learn and overcome on their own. I feel the same way. Win at your own game. Do things your way. You are a rock star. No time for any negativity. People do not like to respect boundaries. Keep your distance. You have the right to say no. Nice. Nothing is over the top. I like the Z51 wing instead, only in carbon fiber. I love you guys. Thank you. See you on the next one. I promise you one thing. I'm working on it each and every single day. I am getting much better at this. It will take time, but I am conscious now. I am fully aware more of my own situation. It has taken decades for me to be at this point. I try to maintain my focus only on things that can get me closer to my goals. I am growing up. I am much older. My family is also growing. Maybe my brothers will step up to the plate eventually. For now, they are both on paid leave. I will let my father handle them. I will be surrounded by my sisters, my dad, and my kids for now. I have a winning team. No need to stress myself out all the time dealing with adults that are carrying childhood baggage. I love my family so much, but they all have issues. I am doing my best for God and my elders to lead by example. Classic car collection, retirement, elegant, perfect for an entrepreneur. Time to cut out all of the noise, inside distractions. Focus only on things that are guiding you closer to your goals. I deal with a lot from my business partners. They need emotional assistance too. I know that I drive Jonas crazy. This is my public apology. My manager Josh has demonstrated patience with me, so I am grateful for that. This one is for me. I own everything. Venom R1. Ramioli is faithfully on standby, and yes, My wives are all very, very jealous. Balance. May the force be with you. That's a dope article, man. That's a really good one. That's in it. That is a good chapter in the book. Give me one quick second. Let's see if we can give you some of the older ones. Hold up. Mm, see something with value. You know what? I want to go back to the older ones because they just have a special place, dear to my heart. May 6th, 2024. Let me see. That's million, billion. So about 28 trillion was what I was asking for May 6th. Hit him with the jab before the left hook. 27 trillion 999 billion 999 million 999,999 or 98 today. That is a lot of bitcoins. Welcome back. What a rally these past few weeks. It has been an amazing learning curve. I focus on the positive, nothing more. China continues to lead, and it is clear why. Many people got too high on their already high horses. I taught a class earlier about market crevices. Any space that you leave, another entrepreneur like myself will fill, especially when you are a dinosaur. I will eat everything you leave behind, then I will eat your food, then I will eat you. Stick and move. I love those that just get it. We are not cold in business, we are calculated. Take something as simple as Starbucks, down 17% to $88.2 billion United States dollar. If all you do is deliver a product or service, I already beat you. I don't give a fuck how big you think you are. The task is simple. Deliver a better experience or fail because I will. All of the market caps that you purposely leave behind is already mine. I'm declaring war publicly. This is the temperature and climate of today's business landscape. McDonald's has 200 megabytes per second industrial strength internet, better than Starbucks. You got coffee, we got coffee. You got Wi Fi, we got the best. You lacking customer service, down 17%, we'll take that. Sue me. In and out. Why waste my time with any record label? We have BlackRock, Patrick Bet David, Warren Buffett, and me, Venomar One. It's a good one too, baby. Let's keep going. Gotta go back, 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 back. Most people are not ready. You are not a Jedi yet. Most people are not ready. Look at this cool NFT in the magazine article. Come on now. That's talent right there. That's art. Shout out to the illustrator. Let's take a quick break. Get some hydration going. Okay. December 6th, 2023. It is simple though. Success cannot only be measured in financial terms. Finances are a great start though. It will get you there. It will just not keep you there. These hypersensitive times require a new strategy. For people who are behind on the times, it will be an uphill battle to get up to speed. The best part, though, is that once they are flying, they will be unstoppable. There are plenty of books to help you, both on and offline. A library card is deadly. Combine that with the internet, and you will have the power. New age companies have an all new approach. I will give you a few examples as best as I can. I know that it does not come close, but it may help you on your journey. Let us all start by layers. Let's be nitpicky and go into all of the little details. In fact, you are a lot more powerful than you realize just because you are willing to put in the time. Time is and will always be your most valuable asset. For starters, we need to hold on to the importance of looking professional. You should look good in your office to host for your clients. You should look good at the internet cafe as well, where you are representing your brand. You should look good in place at the park as much as in an art gallery or a business convention center. Visually, you should be able to present your resume at any moment in time and look good enough to spark the conversation to get you the position, no matter what the industry or field is. Number two, just like Batman has his trusted utility belt, you will need gear. Let's use the basics for today. You will need a smartphone. This will be your bridge. You can administrate your phone line, voicemails, and text. You will also need a portable computer, like a laptop or an iPad these days. Here, you can manage all of your emails with your computer and all of your marketing outlets with your tablet. Just like on your smartphone, you can funnel everything and cram it into one space or place. But you will see eventually that this creates bottlenecks for your flow state of creativity. The force is strong with you. You would need a ride, maybe Uber or Lyft, the local bus line or railways, a bicycle, skateboard, rollerblades, scooter, or a combination of all. Mobility will be as good as money in the bank. Now you are virtuous. You can travel all over your market, wherever businesses or may be. You are also available worldwide through technology. Maybe you or your business has a website with an online store component, or you are part of a unique forum online where the interests align with all of your products or services. Perhaps you have a physical location or office and warehouse space, but online you also host a presence. By being mobile, you can now control all of the assets in your investment portfolio. This may very well just be your business, franchise, or brand. As an example, now you are up to speed on the very basic level one. The following step is a dual core processor. You can educate yourself as you learn all new qualities to improve your businesses. Your portfolio will be divided into two parts. You have your personal life and your life as an entrepreneur. Both can affect each other and have a serious impact. They should be kept separate as you yourself become a franchise. The moment you reach any level of celebrity status, you are public property. Just like when you are in public, you are representing all of your family and loved ones. The same is true for your franchises and for your brands. You are a walking billboard for all that you do. Only at this interval can we and should we incorporate social media for business only, not for personal use. You are still a grasshopper, young Skywalker. Join me. Content creation is the new marketing. This is the language of the future and the only ones that your clients speak. This is the only way to gain an audience with them. They do not process data in the way that we did growing up. Let's try to be understanding here, as this is equally new to all of us. You, as an entrepreneur, and your clients as well. Most of the universe is online, just like we are here. This is the true marketplace, even when we have a physical store. To give you an example, running a good business in very, or I'm sorry, running a good business is very important. Although how that business is presented online to all new potential clients is even more important. This is the driving engine to get traffic inside of your stores. The traffic is no longer measured by cars frequenting Avenue A, for example. People are more efficient and are constantly bombarded with data everywhere you look. But what they seek out in the world of the internet and the metaverse guarantees what the outcomes will be. The profit is made at the purchase point, right? The same is true online. Once a prospective client seeks out ABC, you need to be one of those three choices. Every piece of content that you create is an additional layer towards building your brand. This content lives on the cloud forever. People are piqued by their interests. People's interests drive their attention. Seth Godin advises to make things that you love for people who care. What you do must be meaningful at every exchange. This applies to you and to your clients. It is kind of like Zen. Nothing has to be forced. I am an artist. I am also a businessman. As an entrepreneur, I will naturally connect with like minded individuals. My fans for music also understand that my career is a business. Out of all of the hours available to me each day, I am only performing live and recording music and doing interviews for a limited amount of time. The rest is the actual work in the office with all publicity, marketing, and promotions, making sure that all channels of distribution are working and all other logistics with my personnel. The power. I have a podcast about life and business that will live forever. The same is true with my publishing firm for print and digital. Future Tech Plus is just the first magazine. 2024 will introduce all of the other flavors. I'm working on a new television network. I have my record label. I have my merchandise and my live events. I'm just getting started. The rest is digital streaming. I am building the platform to release my films as I am completing my films. Does that make sense? Billionaires think in increments of decades. I am so happy with the future already. I want for all of you to go through this same perspective shift. This is where our quantum growth is. It is nowhere else in sight, at least not right now. The metaverse is not coming. The metaverse is here. I own Polygon. Wink, wink. The future of music is film. Films will become interactive. Why build my catalog with an inclination in films to sell to a studio when I could start my own film company now? This for me adds an extra layer to protect my music catalog, like my NFTs. Furthermore, by establishing the networks, now I secure my own digital distribution for the future without any middle third parties getting involved. We have to think in the long term. What will be the benefits of building your brands today? Don't you just wish that you could see Steve Jobs during his developmental stages? How much could you learn there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are Steve Jobs today. You are Oprah Winfrey. Think about examples of those business legendary greats. who are just now starting to share their understanding. The day of tomorrow, that will be you if you are seriously dedicated to what you do. When the future society looks into the past, there you will be, building your franchises and your brands. Your great grandkids will see your day to day. They will now or know each and every single moment, element, and interval that took you to the success. Today's office space has changed. It is a cluster of people online with their laptops open, their cell phones going, their tablets, and some good coffee. They all have wireless headphones, or wired like I do, taking care of business. They are joking and laughing, consuming content, while creating and sharing content. The future is here. This is the secret formula. It is hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. It is pain, blood, sweat, and tears. There is no escalator. You have to take the stairs to success. You've got to bust your ass every day. I do. How about you? Are you bullshitting? You are only bullshitting yourself, by the way, if you are. My first YouTube channel was about cars. My first podcast was about cars. Those two things grew into life and business as my life changed. Those were my business wonder years for me. I thought life was all about my car collection. And so that is where my focus had gone. Once I left where I had gone, I came here. I grew up. My audience has also grown up with me. It does not matter if it was music or business or life or Bitcoin or NFTs. The process was documented. I was afraid of speaking publicly, but I could perform for a crowd of 100,000. I had to challenge myself to start my radio program before my podcast. In fact, the avatar and the logo for my program was a picture of Cloudbreak in a fancy wine glass sitting next to my MacBook Pro. I had to start my radio show, drinking wine, to ease the tension and break the ice. Bitcoin changed my life. I finally had something to hold on to and call my own. When NFTs started to gain traction, I knew that this would forever be the future for me. I used it for marketing and promotion for my own businesses and as a way to provide therapy for my business partners. Little by little, I shared more and more. I am an avid student of business and life. My fan base grew each week with every new episode. Each month, I had a new celebration and grew to millions online all over the world, underground in the dark web. This was all basic training for my podcast era. It may have started with cars, music, wine, business, life, health, technology, advice, but it grew to be something all on its own. I smoke weed, the good shit from Amsterdam and California. That also helped me to connect with the medical community. I learned that there are multiple elements that I bring to the table, and to ignore that would limit me and my future growth. I embraced it and evolved. I did many automotive films and educational documentaries just on automobiles. I am one of the world's leading car experts and historian on my journey. It is one of my loves and my passion. For the future, my new YouTube automotive channel and the automotive podcast will go hand to hand with my automotive magazine here on LinkedIn. I am a musician, I am an artist, but I am also an entrepreneur. I am a writer, I am a composer as well. But that is not all that I do, or all that I am, or all that I have to bring to the table. I own a real estate company, as well as a technology company, as much as Future Tech Plus. The plus in plus is me. Get it? I love you all. Thank you. I pray and hope that this helps you on your journey. In a few more articles, we will celebrate issue number 100. It will become a book available for sale online at Amazon.com. We are building the store as we speak. Each book will consist of all 100 articles in a book form with some exclusives, interactives directly from me. Autographed copies are limited to 2,000 and are $200 with its own unique NFT to match. The book is only $100. You can pre order yours now. Send us an email. Our Cash App is Venom Ryu. We need to change that. It is Venom R1 wins and Voltron R1, but that one is not active yet. Ka-chow, Lightning McQueen. Another good article. All right. Well, that is all the time that we have for today. Um, give you guys a good one. I'll give you guys a bonus. Just because I think this is a good one. I think this is one you guys will like. If you guys remember this article was one of my favorites. See if you guys can read a little bit there. All right, we ready? First drive, 2024 Ford Mustang GT. I am in love with this car, and I don't know why. I see myself as what it represents, all capital letters. Venom R1, December 2nd, 2023. What is it? I guess we pay homage to the horse for saving us. Porsches have a prancing horse. Ferraris have a prancing horse. Lamborghini took things to the extreme with a prancing and charging bull. The Ford Mustang also has a prancing dark horse. I finally get it. They are all paying homage to the original sports car, the Porsche. But it is also to the original car, the horse. Has the horse been hiding in plain sight my entire life? This is part of my journey for today. I love cars as much as I love music. At this moment, I find myself stuck between two cars. The Chevrolet Corvette is the one for me, hands down, and even a base model. But my heart is equally split. I really love the Mustang. Financially, as an entrepreneur, I have to look at the financials and everything. They are both priced very close to each other, where they are direct competitors. The layout of both cars is completely different. One is mid engine, the other is a traditional front engine placement. If I purchase both, I would be way over 120,000 just on base price. I need a baseline figure, so let's start there. I can buy an even more high-end level Corvette for that range, like an E-Ray or Z06. I am on the fence on both of those offerings. I look at the entry points for each model. A Mustang Dark Horse is twice the price of a standard Mustang GT. So in a Panda Express, it would be two scoops of orange chicken instead of one. When compared to an EcoBoost Mustang, it is three times the price, give and take. Remember the golden rule. I can only drive one car at a time, no matter what. This is becoming more of what I can live with. My time is everything. I am constantly traveling the world, performing my music. I am on tour for most of the year. So when I do have precious downtime, and during one of those weekends, I like to go out for a drive in one of my cars. I already told you that there are several McLarens on my most wanted list, around the same price. When put into context, I used the Corvette Z06 and E-Ray as my baselines. I was so upset with the ridiculous markups and the non-collector flippers getting on my nerves. I looked at all the super exotics that I wanted and decided no. This McLaren does the same thing at a 50th of the price. And I don't have to deal with the bullshit of trying so hard to buy a top of the line Corvette. I will twin turbocharge my Corvette C8. and build my own Ferrari F40. I guess a 48 GTB for you rookies of the universe. These McLarens I selected are already V8 twin turbocharged machines. The only gripe is that they are like Hondas, that I love by the way. The engines are tiny, at only 3.8 liters, etc. So I am really paying for the carbon fiber tubs and construction, the prestige of London, etc. But the Corvette has 6 liters. Plus, I would be happy with a 5.7 liter V8. I know that since the C5, the engines have gotten a larger displacement. I hate the music industry. I love the music business. I am looking at the price and features because I am a value based investor. I want the best for my buck every time. I also understand that it may work sometimes, but not all the time. When we are entrepreneurs and creatives at the same time, we want to guarantee perfection. We view life as a Rembrandt. This is amazing in so many things, but not in all things. I know that the LS or now the LT V8s are bulletproof. I know that the Corvette can handle over 1200 brake horsepower all day, every day. My long term is very well protected with the C8. Fuck the hybrid bullshit. Fuck the all wheel drive. I don't want my Corvette to handle like a Subaru. I want a true, pure, thoroughbred sports car. And no, not a hypercar. That is simply not for me. So, at a base price of less than $70,000 for a new one, 500 brake horsepower, and a dual clutch floppy paddle shifter, hard to beat. I want a 911 GT2 or a GT3 with the YSAC package, but I am too rich and too cheap to bite the payment. Like the older used ones that hover around 175,000, a whole lot more. My estimate of 120,000 is closer to 140,000 to 165,000 realistically. And no, that does not include taxes or financing. Forget about a cash deal on anything over $40,000 in today's economy. Um, Basically, if I bought the car for 165,000, I will sell it for 175. I will make $10,000 on that car. So stretching to 175,000 for a true Porsche 911 takes me out of denial that this is what I truly want, but know financially that I can't have. Not even at this price point. A 911 twin turbo S is 300 plus thousand all day, every day. That is the crown jewel. Back to life and back to reality. You all know that I would open a new business way before even looking at a catalog of any Porsche. I can't help myself on that one, even if my life depends on it. I do not see any value in a car when compared to a business. When considering apples to apples, I had to bring myself to a calm state. I could only buy into these cars for business in order to sell them, not to own them. This leads me back to the Corvette. I justified to myself that a base model C8 is my exotic, point blank. The money saved could buy me an additional Mustang GT. And if I really want to go ape shit, I'd get a 4-cylinder turbo Mustang and be miles away from a used Porsche 911 GT3 used with no warranty, etc. Just ready for shit to break and have me on the side of the road on my day off. I got it to work. Now I kind of miss the setting I started with. I wanted to write the entire article in exaggerated letters. What kind of example financially am I setting for my children and for all of my loved ones? One thing is to have those exotics in my music videos for marketing and promotion, and even in the actual music. It is a state of mind and the signature of my sound. But in real life, things change. I would not justify buying one of those exotics for myself. And I am the artist with the income to afford a toy like this. I'm not buying one for my son or my parents or my brothers and sisters. I would be responsible for sending the wrong message. That can hurt our financial future long term for generations. The Corvette is the car for me, all around. That is my weekend car. For day to day cruising, a Mustang 4-cylinder turbo is plenty of thrills. The deal breaker is the manual transmission. I would have to step up to a base model 5.0 GT to get a 6 speed. The C8 is only dual clutch. So there you have it. I would have to get a manual GT base model only because it is my natural selection based on a 4-cylinder not offering one, but not to the extent where I am adding any additional packages, etc. More savings will allow me to customize it as well on my own terms, like adding my own suspension components, wheels, and twin turbo skis. The GT has 480 brake horsepower with a dual throttle body setup, perfect to add twin mini intercoolers for my turbos. Maybe do a dual heat exchange system with two smaller ones, feeding into a massive one, and push power to a solid 600 plus. I will save my LaFerrari figures for my Corvette. It is not a bad compromise at all. As an artist, all of my fans can aspire to own any one of these. I feel great about that. They may hear McLaren on a song and enjoy it, but see a Corvette or a Mustang in my video and feel content that in real life, outside of the fame, this is what I own. Both Ford and Chevrolet owe me $5,000 for the promotion. No, seriously, here's my cash app. I am waiting. I had the same problem with my older son. A few years later, it will happen again with my younger son. Now I want one. I have no idea why. For my loved ones, they all want a Rolls Royce Cullinan or a Bentley Mulsanne. But we need to focus on a Range Rover Sport and a BMW M3. We ain't got it like that. This is not that type of party over here. A V12 Ferrari is for my dad, and he is 70 plus. He deserves to have his dream car at a cost is not a factor option. When you are younger than 55 and are fully able-bodied, you got your work cut out for you. I am too cheap to buy one for myself. I am on tour 320 days out of the year just to afford a Corvette and a Mustang. I could not afford anything else any other way. As a master barber working 7 days per week, it could have still been a sacrifice. I have a wife and children. I have a huge family. I have family overseas. I pay 40% in taxes. Hell no. That is a mortgage payment for a car. I drive for 4 or 5 weekends per year, max. Fuck all that, my nigga. I am not a Vanderbilt. I am not a Rockefeller. I am a Marte Pena. Laugh out loud. And I did not play football. I do not play professional baseball. In fact, I don't play any professional sports. I am a rapper. I am a singer. I am a composer. And half man, half amazing. That's it. This is the one that I wanted. But I have a good package with a 4-cylinder turbo. The GT is a good baseline balance between the two. I have to keep myself humble. A music tour does not last forever. After 5 to 6 years, you need a vacation. As an artist, you already are on a forever tour. People will book you all 7 days forever if you allow them to. That will never be. Where the heck did I? Where did I just put this thing? All right. Okay. I have to keep myself humbled. A music tour does not last forever. After 5 to 6 years, you need a vacation. As an artist, you already are on a forever tour. People will book you all 7 days forever if you allow them to. That would never be the case for me. I book my own events on my own terms. I follow no one's lead. I create my own path. There is hard work in my day to day, but there is also life. I have a family and beautiful children to enjoy. I have my parents, my aunts, and my uncles. I have their children and my nieces and nephews. They are going to school and playing sports and going off into college. I cannot miss that. What is the point of busting my ass this hard day in and day out? Quality of life is the most important. A sports car is only a highlight, never what is most important. My life is not based on the best lap times on a track. I want to enjoy riding a mountain bike with my family or going on a road trip towards a camping trip that becomes a vacation getaway. I love working hard. I love my children more. I love my wife and my family more. I love spending time with God more. I love meditation, peace, and serenity more. I love traveling more. And if I do a concert in London and bring my family, that does not count as a vacation. A vacation is walking the streets of downtown, having breakfast, and going sightseeing, going to an art gallery or a historical museum, doing the local activities, not being stuck in a hotel suite until my performance, and then right back to the gym and the recording studio right after, waiting on the next flight to get to the next destination for a business interview or likewise. It's not spending quality time. I have learned to grab the bull by the horns. I control my music career. I control my businesses and I control my life. Peace of mind and quality of life is my only focus. This aspiration is what makes my dream come true. Working like this allows me more time with my loved ones and doing the things that I love to do when I am not on stage or in the recording studio. I have to train my loved ones on why this is the best choice, unless they want to spend their own money to walk outside of the lines. Less is more most of the time. This is not an eating disorder, it is my car disorder. Everything has to have a balance. I will not buy a $5 million car at this point of my life. There's so much more living to do. I don't desire shiny material things. I aim for experiences. I want to travel the world and touch the people, my people. That to me is what my music is all about. For all that I do for my loved ones, I get to treat myself to a car or two. You will never see my Corvette on the side of the road, and the same is true for my Mustang. I will enjoy each one every time like it is the first time, and I am grateful to finally be able to afford them easily and comfortably. But as you all know, I made a declaration of war. The gloves are off, no holds barred. This is a street fight, and I am Ryu. I can put Ferrari stickers on my Corvette, and I can put Porsche stickers on my Mustang. And if you don't like it and laugh, it sucks for you. I have the mind of a child and the faith of a mustard seed in all that I do. Dreams come true. I am living proof. I come from Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. I come from Harlem and the Bronx, New York City. I come from nothing but John's Fried Chicken, school lunches during the summertime programs, and Artuso's Pizzeria on 225th Street and Broadway. I come from the gutter. I come from nothing. My CA Corvette is a Ferrari LaFerrari to me. My Ford Mustang GT is a Porsche 911 GT2 if I turbocharge it, or a GT3 if I leave it naturally aspirated. Only until I turbo it. Laugh out loud. And if that is what God had intended for me, so be it. I can handle it. I am a motherfucking warrior. I am the people's champ. The champ is here. I am grateful that this is who I am. Everything else is water under a bridge. So either love me or leave me alone. That's a quote from Jay-Z. And that's it. That's all the time that we have. We're going to forward this to the podcast because that way it's a little bit more efficient. And we'll see you guys on the next one. So this episode will be on the podcast. Everything, of course, is going to be on your finals and on your tests. Uh, this week, you guys have finals. So turn your homeworks in, and we'll see you on the next one. May you have an amazing day today. May everything that you touch turn into solid gold and precious gemstones like moissanite and diamonds. May everything that is in your path, everything that you touch, work for the greater good of you. Okay. Always remember to dream big because dreams come true. It happened to me, and I know for a fact it's going to happen to you. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless.